History repeats in Bihar. Nitish Kumar is continuing as the Chief Minister with a mandate similar to what he got in 2010. It's a decisive victory, a victory like no other. That's why we are saying it's a Modi-Nitish phenomenon which has swept Bihar. The headlines at this hour. NDA set for a landslide victory in Bihar. They have breached the 200 mark for the first time in 15 years. Celebrations begin in both the BJP, the JDU and the LJP camps. Dasvi Bar Nitish Kumar in Bihar, the mandate clears it that he is the most bankable brand for Biharis. There is a big clamor by the JDU to make Nitish the Chief Minister of Bihar. The BJP says NDA allies will deliberate on the Chief Minister face together. A piece of breaking news coming in now. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has just put out a tweet. He says the NDA has ensured all-round development of the state. The people have given us a massive majority after witnessing our track record and our vision to take the state to new heights. I heartily congratulate Chief Minister Nitish Kumar ji and our NDA family allies, Chirag Paswan ji, Jitan Ram Manji ji and Upendra Kushwaha ji for this resounding victory. A series of tweets which have come in from several BJP leaders who were key in this tsunami which has swept Bihar. From Dharmendra Pradhan, who is the election in charge of Bihar. Remember, he was also the election in charge in 2010 when the NDA had won 206 seats. Right now it is at 202. Perhaps in the next few minutes we can see that number very, very close. So it's believable, certainly not impossible at the moment. Prime Minister Modi putting out this tweet, congratulating all the alliance partners. They have been saying it's Panda. All five strength, five pillars coming together in ensuring that the thali of Bihar had all the ingredients right. From the caste equation to the Mahila factor to the governance of Nitish Kumar. They got every aspect of this election right. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, before he heads to the big celebrations which will be happening at the BJP headquarters, this is a phenomenal victory for the NDA. This is about Prime Minister Narendra Modi and also Nitish Kumar. Both of them coming together, ensuring that there is a force multiplier effect in kind of victory that we are seeing in Bihar. BJP at 92% strike rate. They had contested on 101. They have won 92 seats. JDU, remember, had contested on 101 again. They have won 82. LJP's Chirag Paswan again ensuring a big number there as you look at it. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi putting out a tweet speaking about the big success or celebrations that he says that has ensured this victory of the BJP, JDU combined. So it's very clear that Prime Minister saying that there are multiple effects at play. मैं मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश कुमार जी और NDA परिवार के हमारे सहयोगी चिराग पासवान जी, जीतन राम मांझी जी और उपेंद्र कुशवाहा जी को इस जबरदस्त जीत, इस वर्ड इस जबरदस्त जीत के लिए हार्दिक बधाई देता हूं। आने वाले समय में हम बिहार के विकास, यहाँ के इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और राज्य की संस्कृति को नई पहचान देने के लिए बढ़ चढ़ कर काम करेंगे। हम ये सुनिश्चित करेंगे कि यहाँ की युवा शक्ति और नारी शक्ति को समृद्ध जीवन के लिए भरपूर अवसर मिले. So again the emphasis on the new MY of Bihar, that is the Mahila and the Yuva. So celebrations are continuing in Bihar and also will be in Delhi office of the BJP. Remember, after 2024, whether the BJP and in particular faced that setback where the numbers came to 240, there has been victory for the BJP in all successive assembly elections which followed. Haryana, Maharashtra, Delhi and now Bihar. What does it mean? Is there some kind of guilt among the voters that was that too much of a punishment given to the BJP? Suesha Sawant is joining us live. That's where man of the moment, Nitish Kumar, is going to arrive any moment now. So the Prime Minister's tweet celebrating Bihar, also saying and making promises that infrastructure, cultural progress for Bihar is going to be something that he will be following.
I'm sorry, Maria, I wasn't able to hear your question very well because you sense the mood behind me of the loud music, the cheers, the celebration that has been happening and dancing that has been going on in full swing. Now, the word that is obviously coming in from here and, there could not be any change to it, to say that Nitish Kumar is the next Chief Minister. He is the factor that has led Bihar to such numbers. So while they continue to say that it is the NDA's win and it does not matter who has more numbers and who has less, but it is Nitish Kumar. In fact, such is the fandom, and for obvious reasons, where they say that for as long as he's living, he will continue to be Chief Minister. Nitish Kumar, aa rahe hain वापस?
बिल्कुल भारत के पहले मुख्यमंत्री है जो पूरा विकास किया है और विकास होगी, पलायन रुकेगा।
क्या बदला है नीतीश के राज में?
बिल्कुल सब कुछ नीतीश के राज में हर चीज सही बढ़िया, हर तरह का विकास, हर तरह का।
Maria, let me also tell you, while there had been so many discussions about, which segment of voters Nitish really drew towards himself, so it's not just the Mahila.
लेके प्रशांत किशोर को ढूंढ रहे हैं, कहाँ है? प्रशांत किशोर किधर है? प्रशांत किशोर कहाँ है?
Mr. Narendra Modi's tweet again, where he says, सुशासन की जीत हुई है, विकास की जीत हुई है, जन कल्याण की भावना की जीत हुई है, सामाजिक न्याय की जीत हुई है। बिहार के मेरे परिजनों का बहुत बहुत आभार, जिन्होंने 2025 के विधानसभा चुनाव में एनडीए को ऐतिहासिक और अभूतपूर्व जीत का आशीर्वाद दिया है। ये प्रचंड जनादेश हमें जनता जनार्दन की सेवा करने और बिहार के लिए एक नए संकल्प के साथ काम करने की शक्ति देगा। That is the big message coming in from the Prime Minister as he heads to the BJP headquarters in moments from now. There is another BJP ally. The LJP chief Chirag Paswan has now backed Nitish Kumar. He says Nitish Kumar will be the Chief Minister. The JDU has reacted after BJP says CM has not been decided. Let's listen in to what Chirag Paswan has said.
मैं बिहार की जनता को, बिहार की महान जनता को विशेष धन्यवाद और बधाई देता हूं। सबसे पहले मैं बिहार की जनता को, बिहार की महान जनता को विशेष धन्यवाद और बधाई देता हूं कि जिस तरीके से एक ऐतिहासिक फैसला बिहार की जनता ने एनडीए को एक प्रचंड जीत देकर अगले 5 साल बिहार को विकास की राह पर गति देने की सोच के साथ ये फैसला लिया है। मैं ये मानता हूं और मैंने हमेशा कहा है कि बिहार और बिहारियों में वो बुद्धि है, वो क्षमता है कि सही समय पर सही फैसला लेते हैं। ये एक लंबे समय के बाद बिहार में डबल इंजन की सरकार को मजबूती देने का एक ऐसा लम्हा आया जहां एक तरफ मेरे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सोच तो वहीं मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश कुमार जी के अनुभव का गठजोड़ अगले 5 साल मजबूती से बिहार को विकास की राह पर आगे लेकर जाने का काम करेगा।
I'm going to go straight to Patna where Shambhavi Chaudhary, Member of Parliament of the LJP, is joining us. The youngest Member of Parliament that we have in the Lok Sabha, Shambhavi Chaudhary. Let me speak to you with regards to the Yuva factor. A lot was being discussed that Yuva migrants will be behaving differently. Yuva staying at home in Bihar might behave differently. Yuva from caste will behave differently. Yuva in Bihar is saying that they have faith in Nitish Kumar as much as other caste groups and gender groups have said.
No, definitely. Like I said before, we were very confident of NDA emerging victorious in the 2025 Vidhan Sabha elections, and definitely youth was a huge factor. There were a lot of things that was being said about the young voters or the first-time voters, stating that they might switch towards other options, towards the opposition or a third front. But like NDA said before, like we were saying before, that we are very confident that the young voters are with us, and that is because NDA has made them feel secure. NDA has made them feel like they have equal opportunities. NDA has worked towards Bihar, developing Bihar and a developed Bihar. I think the young voters do really understand that if there is any alliance or if there is any leader who can really work towards the Bihar of their dreams, it is our Honorable Chief Minister Nitish Kumar ji, in alliance with our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji and our very own young and dashing leader Chirag Paswan ji.
Okay, since your young and dashing leader has just spoken out and he has said that the LJP wants Nitish Kumar as the Chief Minister, is that something which has been discussed within the party? I remember interviewing Chirag and he told me as well that whatever the number of MLAs, they will be backing Nitish Kumar.
Definitely we did, as a part of strategy, we have discussed this before, and our National President Shri Chirag Paswan ji has also made it clear that there is no vacancy for a chief ministerial post in Bihar this time. And although the party did want him to contest Bihar elections, he said that probably this is not the right time and he needs to focus on his vision of Bihar first, Bihari first. The priority for Lok Jan Shakti party right now is to work within the alliance and live up to people's expectations and deliver on all our promises that we have made through the election. So it is, I think it is very important for Lok Jan Shakti party to focus on what is next and what and I think the priority right now is that we make a strong government, we form a strong government, and we advocate for Bihar first, Bihari first, which is our leader's vision.
Yes, you know, Shambhavi, one issue which was repeatedly being talked about during the course of the campaign was whether vote transfer is happening between allies or not. And particularly, there has been a history where Chirag Paswan's LJP contested on all seats that Nitish Kumar's JDU had contested in 2020. And his party was the one responsible for cutting into votes and lowering the overall numbers of the JDU in 2020. That's 5 years ago. This time, he always, along with others, were the force multiplier. Is there a sense that perhaps the numbers, this number which is standing at 19 right now, could have become better had there been a better vote transfer?
So definitely 2020 Vidhan Sabha elections was a turning point in the relationship between Janata Dal United and Lok Jan Shakti party, and because LJP contested separately, it did cause a considerable damage to the NDA alliance, but that was it. I think JDU and LJP beautifully and strongly contested the 2024 Lok Sabha elections together, and we did see a fair chunk of vote transfer in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. If you talk of the 2024 by-elections also, we had Jan Suraj by then, and still NDA emerged victorious in all 4 seats, and there was a good number of vote transfer that had happened in the by-elections as well. So we were very confident that we will not face the issue of the cadres not accommodating together. I think the party workers of Janata Dal United and Lok Jan Shakti party beautifully fought the elections together, and our National President Shri Chirag Paswan ji has emerged as that one leader who can consolidate votes across caste, class and gender. He is one person whose acceptability has been pretty visible within the alliance and outside the alliance, and I think our leader, all our party workers, as a member of Lok Jan Shakti party, I can definitely say that we've worked hard on Janata Dal United seats also, and Bharatiya Janata Party seats also. So within the
LJP has gone up to 20, Shambhavi.
Yeah.
बात करते करते एक सीट का गेन हो रहा है.
Yeah, and I think it will नहीं, अभी और गेन हो सकता है. We still have few more seats to go. I think it will still go up. We should reach 22. But we'll have to wait and watch. And whatever seats we've lost, I think we're going to work harder on them the next time.
Shambhavi, you know, there was
जो भी कमी रही होगी उसको पूरा किया जाएगा.
lot of attention on your family, particularly on your father, with the kind of charges that were thrown his way from Prashant Kishore. How is the family taking that, and what next?
See, those were not charges, they were mere political gossip and random allegations, and I think all of this is very common when elections are being fought. There is this one particular person who tried very hard to frame us in false allegations but was unsuccessful, and the family stood strong at that time, and the family still stands strong. We've said it earlier and we're saying it again that there was absolutely no truth to it, and in no way can he prove those allegations because those were all baseless. I think the public, the Janta of Bihar has given him a staggering reply, and this stands testament to the fact that it's very difficult to be a politician. Being a political strategist is different, and being a leader is very different, and I think he has faced the consequences of lying.
All right, Shambhavi, thank you for joining us. Congratulations. And let me go straight to... There'll be celebrations at home. So please go and enjoy your time. So let me go to Piyush now. Piyush and Suesha. Piyush, coming to you, give me a sense of what's happening at the BJP office.
Well, Maria, any minute from now, we will see Samrat Chaudhary, Vinod Tavade, Vinay Sinha and top leaders of BJP on the grand stage which has been set up at the Patna office of BJP. I would ask my video journalist Jagannath to zoom and try to show you the pictures. Few leaders have already arrived there on the stage, and this is going to be a victory speech by Samrat Chaudhary. Remember that he is a Deputy Chief Minister, and on the face of Nitish Kumar and Narendra Modi, the elections have been fought, but organizationally, if you talk about, it was Samrat Chaudhary who was there on the field in Bihar, who was working tirelessly to ensure that BJP performs its best. And here we can see as to how, the leaders are going to reach here on the stage in a short while from now, and then they are going to deliver a speech. On the other side, the workers of BJP have gathered in large numbers on my right-hand side, which means on the end of the BJP office. We are seeing how crackers are being bursted. The workers of BJP are celebrating the huge victory of NDA and also the huge gain for BJP in the state of Bihar. Remember that BJP fought on 101 seats, and it has already crossed the tally of 80 seats, and that's why we are seeing how the workers are celebrating on the roads right in front of the BJP headquarters. They are dancing, they are bursting crackers, and this shows the kind of excitement and the celebrations those are now underway here at BJP headquarters. And similar sort of things were seen there at the JDU office also, where BJP workers were celebrating, and here we are now seeing how they are bursting crackers. They have got different kinds of crackers. कहाँ से लाए हो? कितनी खुशी है आप लोगों के अंदर?
आइए भैया, खुशियाँ तो इतना है कि आज कम से कम हम लोग पटाखा छोड़ दिए थे ना कि ये नहीं कहें कितना का है, कितना खुशी है, कितना खुशी है। और खुशी इतना है कि खुशी में इतना है कि रुकी ना रहा है। पटाखा जितना देते वहाँ पर एक कार्टून रखा हुआ है। अब ये कहाँ पड़े?
एक और जगह रखा। कितना पटाखा लाए?
अब क्या हम बताएं, हम खुशी कहेंगे, खुशी में पैसा का मोल नहीं होता है,
पैसा कोई वैल्यू नहीं है।
ये खुशी जो है, प्रति बहुमत जो आया है, ये आपका ये फुल बहुमत, मतलब कि
हो गया।
जितना कट्टा चलेगा गोली चलेगा, कहाँ कट्टा गया, कहाँ गोली गया, कहाँ बम गया, कहाँ पिस्तौल गया, पता नहीं चल रहा है।
मंत्री कौन बनेगा?
देखिए, ये निर्णय हमारे केंद्र सरकार लेंगे।
जब भी मैं प्रश्न पूछता हूँ आप लोग ये बोलते थे,
ये तो केंद्र सरकार निर्णय लेंगे और सभी लोग विधायक दल के बैठक होगा, जो विधायक लोग निर्णय लेंगे उनको हम लोग मान करेंगे।
ये तो फॉर्मल स्टेटमेंट हुआ। मन में क्या है?
बस वही मन में है।
मन में वही, आपके
मन में वही है।
जो हमारा शीर्ष नेतृत्व निर्णय करेगा वही हम लोग के मन में लगता है।
अच्छा, पटाखा कितने का अब तक जला?
कोई अंत नहीं है, अंत नहीं है।
अंत नहीं है पटाखा, पैसा का मोल नहीं है अभी है।
आज के दिन
इस खुशी में पैसा का मोल नहीं है।
कितने खुश हैं आप लोग? आप सब लोग कितने
अपार खुशी है, बहुत खुश हम लोग हैं। जो बिहार का जो जनादेश दिया है नीतीश सरकार, नीतीश नरेंद्र मोदी जी, वो हम लोग पूरे खुशी के साथ हम लोग जो है जश्न मना रहे हैं भाजपा कार्यालय के पास। ये बिहार का समझिए कि आपका एनडीए सरकार का देन है कि पूरे महिला लोग बढ़ चढ़ कर जो वोट देने का काम किया है, और एनडीए सरकार ने जो आपको 400 से 1100 किया, 125 यूनिट फ्री किया गया और 10,000 जो दिया गया, इसका एक परिणाम सामने में आ रहा है कि बिहार ने महिलाएं दिल खोलकर खुशियां मना रही हैं। अपने
celebrating the workers are celebrating Maria, and you can see as to how they've got crackers, firecrackers, and they are saying that there is no limit of how many firecrackers they are going to burst today, because today is the day of celebration. Today they will not stop themselves, they will not limit themselves to burning only few firecrackers, and that's why you can see as to how they are now again going to burn the another firecracker, and this is how the celebrations are taking place here in Patna. This shows the kind of excitement, the joy, the celebrations. Those are now going on at one side. Crackers are being blasted on the other side. The slogans like Bharat Mata Ki Jai are being raised by the BJP workers. So this shows us to how the BJP workers are excited and happy with the fact that BJP has performed so well in these elections. And whenever I ask them who will be the chief minister, they always say that the top leadership will decide. But in their heart, they always want to instill their own chief minister. And we are also talking to various leaders who are also saying the same thing, Maria, that the top leadership of BJP is now going to decide. And in fact, the NDA, they are going to take a decision who will be the next chief minister of Bihar. Though we also saw
All eyes, of course, will be also on where is Nitish Kumar. He's the man of the moment. We haven't seen him or heard him. In fact, now the big breaking news that is coming in now, some good news finally for the RJD. Tejashwi Yadav has won from Raghupur constituency by 18,000 votes. This is almost like a nail-biting battle that Tejashwi was fighting in his family bastion. 18,000 votes is what his number is. So Tejashwi Yadav finally winning from Raghupur. Maybe that is the only some kind of relief for them. But a word here on Tejashwi from Javed Ansari and Sajjan Kumar, who are joining us. Javed Ansari, one word on Tejashwi, he has to rewire his politics. And everything has gone wrong for the Mahagathbandhan party is there. So they have to revisit everything that they have done. Some kind of samiksha has to happen.
Maria, some kind is a major understatement. A major samiksha and a major rebooting has to happen, because it can't get much worse than it already has today. And therefore, it's now an existential situation for the Mahagathbandhan, even for the RJD, which continues to lead the Mahagathbandhan. They need to go back to the drawing board and take a hard look within as to what has gone wrong. I mean, nothing has, for that matter, nothing has worked for them. There's no point, and they should stop being, lame losers by making these lame excuses, blaming it on the
Javed Ansari, just hold on to your thoughts, because I have a very proud Bihari, a renowned media executive and JioStar Vice Chairman, Uday Shankar, is joining us. Uday sir, thank you for your time. What does this victory mean to you as a proud Bihari, and what do you think it means for the state?
Thank you for having me, Maria. Look, first of all, it's an amazing victory. I don't think anyone predicted that it would be a landslide of this kind, and obviously, people of Bihar have seen the reason for this victory, because the scale at which it has happened is pretty remarkable. When we were traveling through the state of Bihar in last week or week before, we got a sense that there was a sense of satisfaction, quote unquote, with the state government, the government in power. And we saw it was likely to happen that they would come back to power. But frankly, nobody could see the scale of the mandate. And I think I don't know what to make of it, frankly. However, I do think that it's a huge opportunity for a state that has remained neglected for forever. And as you called me a proud Bihari, which indeed I am. And my heart goes out for how far the state has been left behind, despite having so many strengths. So I'm hoping that this victory will be turned into something as transformational as this mandate is. It will be turned into something very transformational for the future of the state.
Mr. Shankar, a 2010 mandate in 2025 for Nitish Kumar, a leader who has been largely missing in action in this election. Do you think, is this a farewell election for Nitish Kumar? Or you see that he's the most bankable brand as far as Biharis are concerned? He has given us a sense of pride, sir. I take immense pride in calling myself a Bihari.
As do I, and as should every Bihari who's been fortunate enough to make something for themselves outside Bihar. The state finds Nitish Kumar bangle, and there are obvious reasons for it. He's clearly a clean leader, and he's not been missing from public life. He was campaigning, he was giving speeches, no matter what we hear about him, but he was very much there. He was there in front of the people, and he was clearly there in the hearts and minds of the people. He might be missing from the media, and clearly the media doesn't like that. But he was present where he needed to be present, and it's translated into votes. And you have to understand that for a state which went through so many scary years, for whatever reasons, political, law and order, and all of those things, people sitting outside of Bihar probably cannot appreciate the reassurance or the sort of confidence that someone like Nitish Kumar brings.
And for all those who criticized the timing of 10,000 rupees, many saw that as some kind of vote, a direct benefit transfer, which was meant to buy votes. I had a different view, sir, and I'm sharing that with you. For a state like ours, which has the highest, in terms of multi-dimensional poverty, it's okay if money is coming in the hands of women of Bihar. What are your thoughts on that?
Look, the women who benefited from it are victims of an absolutely broken system. Now, we can sit here and debate whether this was buying votes or not, but the way I see this, the women got some money, but more importantly, they got recognition and dignity in their families, in their villages, and within their own hearts and minds. And I think they have come out and spoken that they appreciate it. So is this enough? Absolutely not. Should more be done? Absolutely. But we have seen that, those who should do more for them, for whatever reasons, have failed to do for them. Now, as a result of that, if 10,000 rupees was given to them, and there are schemes we heard that if they form a cooperative, they can get working capital loan of 2 lakhs or something like that. Clearly, they appreciate this, and why should this not be done? The question is not about whether this is right or not. The question is whether this is enough or not. And I hope that we do not see this as enough. And next time the state and the people in power wake up after 5 years and give them another 10 or 20,000, that would be unfortunate. But if we see that if people see benefits and value coming from power and authority, they recognize that. And most important thing we have to know, we traveled in Bihar, and I saw this in places that women were really excited that for the first time this was something that came into their hands for those women. For you and I, 10,000 rupees may not matter, and we may dismiss this as bribery or whatever, but I do think this was a recognition that they valued, and I'm happy for that.
Okay, and would you say that this election is also perhaps a beginning of a modern political trend in Bihar? Of course, there is a strategic caste coalition, but there is also strong welfare delivery, women mobilization, and Political narratives and slogans aside, everything seems to be working here. Do you think Bihar can usher into a new era, sir?
I don't know, but I hope, I really, really fervently hope that Bihar can, change the tack and usher in a new era, because it's about time. It's I hope it's its moment of destiny and things will change. But Bihar has been disappointed multiple times. I hope this is one time it doesn't get disappointed.
Do you get disappointed with the despondency that you perhaps see among the youth right now? That is something that I sensed when I was traveling. Did you sense the same, that the fire in the belly that we keep talking about in the context of Biharis, that they are hardworking, that we go an extra mile in ensuring that we work very hard, that seemed to be missing this time around. There is, जो भी है उसमें ही satisfaction हो रहा है थोड़ा बिहार में.
Yeah, it comes absolutely. I saw that same thing, but it comes out of utter hopelessness. They have sat down and waited in hope for year after year, and nothing has come by. They're hardworking. They're really hardworking people. Once they get an opportunity, whether in the state or outside of the state, this country runs on the basis of their hard work and sweat. Anywhere, whichever part of the country that you go to. So the Biharis are, all they need is an opportunity, which unfortunately they don't get in their own state. They haven't got it for all these years. And they have sat down hoping from every government, every leader, that they will get something. They're not getting, so there is that despondency. And you can't blame them for that.
And what does this 2025 verdict mean to you? I'm asking that question because you have seen this 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and now Bihar has reimposed that kind of faith in Nitish Kumar and BJP.
Yes, it is. Look, it is the BJP and JDU together. I think it's a great opportunity. The Prime Minister himself was leading the charge in this case, and he clearly spoke about a vision for Bihar. And I hope, even if we are able to partially move on that path that the Prime Minister laid out or envisioned for Bihar, it would be amazing. As a Bihari, I would be really delighted that a change is finally coming.
As someone who celebrates the state and also celebrates, everything about Bihar, Uday sir, where is the state going wrong? Do you think it has trusted too much into its politicians? Are we too status quo-ish?
No, I think, look, forgive me for being blunt, but I think there is a grand consensus. Everybody says that Bihar is divided on caste. I didn't see any voter, we talked to thousands of them. I didn't hear any voter talk about caste. But every politician that you speak to, they talk about caste. So I think there has been a grand consensus to keep Bihar divided these issues, that the people of Bihar do not come together and ask for better quality of life and better opportunities, demand things that the governments must deliver. And that is why, when they saw an opportunity like this, I think the fact that the senior most leadership of the BJP, the Prime Minister and the Home Minister, were directly leading the charge and they were talking to people, they felt that perhaps something will change. So that's why they have come out and given this landslide mandate.
So you see this landslide mandate as perhaps Bihar going into the new times and better times. So let me ask you your model for Bihar. We have a Sushasan Babu, but you are also someone who has his own model. You are an ideas man, sir.
Look, it's way beyond, it's not for me to advise people on what to do, but I really think that Bihar needs to create a new narrative for growth and development. I think there is, we cannot continue to be locked up in old models of development, that we need to bring in investment. We need to make sure that there are opportunities. And I think it's impossible, no matter how desirable it might be, it is impossible for any government to provide jobs to hundreds of thousands or millions of people. But we can create employment opportunities, self-employment, entrepreneurial opportunities by enabling them, by giving them resources, financial or otherwise, so that they can go and create a future for themselves. That way, people of Bihar are very, very entrepreneurial. They realize over the years that they did not have opportunities in their own state. So crores of them have left the state and have found opportunities for themselves in whichever part of the world. It's about time that they were resourced enough to find these opportunities at home and outside. And I think that is what the government can do. It's a very simple model. Just empower them with money and with opportunities to create a better destiny for themselves. And I think they'll be able to do that. They don't need anything beyond this.
And the Mahila of Bihar?
It's an amazing power that we have unleashed, in not just in Bihar, but I'm glad Bihar is taking the lead in this, and they're saying that if you are willing to change my destiny, I will come out and change your destiny. And I think it's a great beginning for this whole country, not just for Bihar, that we are beginning to recognize the political power and the broader power of women. And I think the more we empower women, again, through financial resources and otherwise, we allow them to participate in broader decision-making for the society, the more this country will benefit. I'm a huge believer in that.
My last question to you, sir, and this is on because you were traveling, crisscrossing Bihar. Did you sense this kind of mandate for NDA?
I'll be lying if I said I foresaw mandate like, and anyone who said they saw this kind of slide, I think is not telling you the whole truth. We saw a comfortable majority for the NDA. That's my own sense. We saw that, it was amazing that how after 20 years, there was no anti-incumbency, no pronounced anti-incumbency with the government. There was some sense of disappointment here and there, but there was an anti-incumbency, which was remarkable. I think we also saw in a segment of society huge amounts of apprehension about what could go wrong in Bihar if some people came to power. The whole experience of the 90s was a scar that people haven't forgotten. So we saw all of that, and my own sense was that the ruling party was coming back, or the NDA alliance was coming back to power comfortably, but this is beyond comfortable. This is a landslide. And it clearly means that people see a ray of hope from the ruling alliance. And that is why I hope the ruling alliance delivers on that.
All right, Uday Shankar, always a pleasure speaking to you, sir. Thank you for your time here on India Today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So after Team Tejashwi's poor show in Bihar, in fact, Tej Pratap's dig at brother Tejashwi Yadav, Tej Pratap has said that the Mahagathbandhan loss shows Bihar rejects nepotism. Let's listen in. Okay, so now Tej Pratap is taking a dig at his brother. And as we have been saying, it is phenomenal how it has played out clearly. Although Tejashwi has managed to retain his seat, but overall the performance of the Mahagathbandhan has been extremely poor. Now Tej Pratap, who himself has lost from Mahua, taking a dig at his brother who has won from Raghupur, that the Mahagathbandhan loss is the fact that Bihar is rejecting nepotism. And Piyush is joining us live from the BJP office. That's where Samrat Chaudhary is right now. Over to you, Piyush. What are you seeing?
Well, a couple of minutes back, Maria Samrat Chaudhary addressed the BJP workers who had gathered there at the BJP headquarters. Now he has just left. There are few leaders are left at the BJP headquarters, like Vinod Tavade and a few other, organizational leaders who are present at BJP office. But yes, at the same time, the workers are also present in large numbers to celebrate the victory of NDA in the state of Bihar. But we just heard what Tej Pratap Yadav said, and he was basically, talking about Sanjay Yadav, who is also very close aide of Tejashwi Yadav, who, has also been managing all his political meetings, being very close to him. And since the time when there has been a fight between both the brothers, we have seen how Tej Pratap Yadav has always been talking about Sanjay Yadav as the Jachanda, and because.
Hold on to your thoughts. In fact, LJP Chief Chirag Paswan is speaking to Rohit. Let's cut across to it.
बनाने के लिए चुनने का काम करेंगे।
अच्छा, और आपकी भूमिका क्या रहेगी इस नए सरकार में? इतने अब तो आपके भी विधायक जा रहे हैं, क्या चाहेंगे कि कुछ डिप्टी सीएम का पद मिले, कुछ मंत्री बने?
भाई, जैसा 2024 में मुझसे ये सवाल पूछा गया था, छूटते ही मैंने कहा था कि बस मेरे प्रधानमंत्री एक बार फिर से प्रधानमंत्री पद की शपथ ले लें। मेरे लिए इम्पोर्टेंट वो था। बिहार में एक बार फिर से हमारे गठबंधन की मजबूत सरकार बन जाए, हर दल को अपने सामर्थ्य के हिसाब से भूमिका निभाने का मौका मिलेगा, ये मैं ज़रूर मानता हूँ।
और तेजस्वी यादव के लिए अब आप क्या आगे देख रहे हैं? तो बिल्कुल
अगले 5 साल उनके लिए कठिन है, बट मैं मानता हूं कि परिस्थितियों का लाभ उनको बहुत मिला, जिसका उनको जितना फ़ायदा वो उठा सकते थे नहीं उठा पाए। 2010 में जिस तरीके से उनका प्रदर्शन रहा था, वो 5 साल उन्होंने चीज़ों को बेहतर और किया होता तो वो शायद अपने उस पे चीज़ों को बेटर परफॉर्म कर पाते। 15 में जीवन दान उनको महागठबंधन जो बना था उस वक्त का, जिसमें मौजूदा मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश कुमार जी का उनको सहयोग मिला था, उसका लाभ उनको मिला, बट अहंकार उनको इस बात का है कि वो अपने दम पर पहुंचे। 2020 में एक बिखरे हुए एनडीए मेरे अलग लड़ने का लाभ उनको मिला, फिर उनको घमंड आया, जबकि हकीकत उनकी यही है जितनी सीटें उनको मिली हैं। मुझे लगता है ये भी शायद बाय डिफॉल्ट मिल गई, संभवतः इतनी भी नहीं मिलती।
प्रशांत किशोर जीरो, आपके मित्र हैं, आप दोस्त उनको कहते थे, लेकिन खाता तक नहीं खुला, नई पार्टी थी इनकी।
बट कहीं ना कहीं इस बात को हम लोग मान के चल ही रहे थे। मुझे लगता है प्रशांत जी को भी इस बात का आइडिया था कहीं ना कहीं कि चुनाव इवेंचुअली, जो मैं कहता हूँ बिहार में बिहारियों की बुद्धि को मद्देनजर रखते हुए, कि इलेक्शन इवेंचुअली बाइपोलर हो जाता है।
चलिए, तो हनुमान को बहुत बहुत बधाई। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी के आप हनुमान हैं, साबित भी आपने किया है।
थैंक यू, रियली हैप्पी। और मैं बिहार की जनता का विशेष तौर पे धन्यवाद देता हूँ, सही समय पे लिया गया सही फैसला।
चलिए, शुक्रिया इस बात करने के लिए। तो ये थे चिराग पासवान, सही समय पर सही फैसला लिया है उन्होंने, और जिस तरीके से एनडीए की बम्पर जीत हुई है उसके एक बड़े महत्वपूर्ण किरदार चिराग पासवान भी है। रोहित सिंह, पटना, आज तक।
So Chirag Paswan emphasizing that the LJP believes that Nitish Kumar should be the chief minister because of the given mandate. It was an election fought in his name, Netritva mein lada gaya. So post-election also, that should be the continuity. Sajjan continues to be with us. Sajjan, we are looking at these numbers, it's phenomenal. I mean, unbelievable numbers. I was speaking to Uday Shankar, you know, perhaps the most definitive voice that one can think of in the context of Bihar, a proud Bihari himself. And he had some very interesting observations to make, that nobody thought that this could be the landslide the way it has been. But this is also an opportunity for Bihar and Biharis.
Yes, precisely. And it also shows the kind of excellent trust between the people and the leaders from the incumbent coalition. It also shows that it is more than caste. It is beyond caste. Caste remains one of the pivot. But this election about NDA victory has been about M plus Y, both synchronized in the same direction, right? So from here, you also have a question of not trusting the challenger. So it's not a defeat, it's a rout for the opposition. And it also shows that when you do not do introspection and groundwork in a correct way, when you just take the old grammar of politics as your modus operandi and start attributing all the failures to conspiracy with no resonance on the ground, that is something that opposition also has to take into cognizance. But more important, Maria, is that this is such a big mandate that the question now is that the aspirational index is extremely high, right? And you cannot either BJP or JDU or Chirag Paswan, they cannot afford to waste it. Mind it, many a times one has seen that the great mandate also has great expectation. And if you
and great responsibility.
Precisely, and if you falter on that, mind it, there is the people punish you for that. Remember, the highest ever mandate to Congress came in election before Congress lost the hegemonic position. 84 was the highest. So similarly, I think the incumbent coalition is cognizant of the fact that Bihar is clamoring, you know, to change the reference point. It cannot be 1990s anymore. It has to be the other state, right? And therefore, this aspirational confidence, trust between the leader and the people of all sections of all strata needs to be worked upon, and this should be a journey, a marker, and for opposition this should be a humbling experience rather than taking protection under grand
I agree.
conspiracy theories.
Yes, absolutely. Lots of takeaways from this victory for the NDA, which has swept Bihar, and also for Mahagathbandhan, which has been totally decimated.